Hey there, it's me, your favorite libertarian, and this is the GLX 2.5 to 10 power Griffin reticuled primary arms optic. I will be doing a video about this right now. But before we get into that, I want to make a couple notes. One is that I take prayer requests, so if you have any of those, put them in the comment section below, or you can DM me on Instagram. There's a bunch of other ways you can contact me, one of which is by clicking on stuff within my which is something I can't say because it's YouTube, but I'll just say I'm your favorite libertarian. So maybe if you search your favorite libertarian, something with a dot something will come up, and then you can click on that, and then it'll take you to all my links and exclusive discount codes. So if you do want to pick up something like this optic, you can potentially through that. All right, so let's also talk about how I got this optic. This I purchased with my own money, along with the mount, and I think everything you see here I purchased with my own money. But either way, this is something that I'm going to give some pros and cons on, so stay tuned for that. We'll do the what's in the box segment, which is everyone's favorite portion of the video. And then of course we'll get into the range session and things that I liked and did not like about this optic. I think a lot of the stuff that this has going for it has to do with the reticle itself. And we'll get into that real soon. But first, let's open up the box, see what comes with it, and then do some shooting. And now it's time for everyone's favorite portion of the video, what's in the box. This is the portion of the video where I show you what's in the box. Wow, okay, so in the box we have a Butler Creek scope cover set for the front and back of your scope. Well, we have two manuals. We have a first focal plane reticle manual and a first focal plane scope manual. So both for the reticle and for the scope itself. Pretty cool. We have the ever important microfiber cloth, and this is a pretty big one. We have some tools for adjustments of the turrets, and we have the scope itself. And I've got to say, this is a really good looking scope. Not to sound weird or anything, but I dig it. Whoa. All right, let's do some optic testing at 100 yards. That's what the tip of the chevron is zeroed for. So if you're going to different distances, those different distances and holdovers are going to be based on 100 yard zero at the tip of the chevron. The turrets were very tactile and easy to adjust. I just wish they had a little bit more wiggle room after the zero stop to dial it in a little bit further. Also, when zooming in and out, a taller magnification ring nub would have been appreciated. Can you tell it was hot the day that we were doing our testing? Disgusting. Now, I'll try my best with the camera to give you an idea of what I was seeing at 10 power at 100 yards. Here's my attempt. Get rid of all the scope shadow, and that's kind of what it looked like with better glass clarity. Wow, look at all the freedom seed husks we made. All right, back from the range with some pros and cons. I'll try to start with the cons so that I can end on a positive note. First, let's talk about the bulk of this. Now, I am seeing some potential snag hazards with these humongous turrets. While the turrets are really nice and easy to grab onto and use, not so great for not snagging on things. This big one here has your parallax adjustment, it has your brightness setting adjustment, and it has your battery, and it sticks out quite a bit. Then we have the other turrets, which are rather large as well, as you can see, and you know, it's just overall a pretty bulky package, including the 44mm objective lens. It is giving you a wider field of view, and it's bringing in a lot of light, but that is one of the trade-offs, the overall bulk and length of this. Also the weight, not particularly heavy for what it is, but it's 22.2 ounces, so there's that as well. Another thing I wish they would change on this design is how the zero stop works. Now, not necessarily how it works in general, but the fact that you can only make a few clicks past the zero stop if you need to make that elevation change or windage change. Sometimes there's situations with atmospheric conditions changing that I want to be able to go past where I have that little extra past the zero stop. Now, granted, I can still have the zero stop work, but when I press that button, I want to be able to go further in one direction, because I do find that sometimes things change and I have to take out the tools again just to get the zero stop to the point where I need it to be for my actual zero. Whereas it would be nice just in the field to be able to turn it to where I need it to be for that particular day in those particular conditions. So just having a further range past the zero stop would be really nice. Otherwise, the turrets are great, very positive clicks, really nice zero stop feature, and the reticle is fantastic. All the ranging options you could ever want, all of the holdovers you could ever want, leading targets, pretty much anything you'd want to be able to do with that reticle, you can do. The only thing that I wish it had was full illumination around that horseshoe or CQB reticle along with the chevron. And I think that is possible if you get the PLX version, but it's not possible in the GLX. So I guess you just have to pay more for that feature, but I'd like that to be included. And then I think it would be the perfect do-it-all type reticle. One other thing I wish this had was 1 to 10 as opposed to 2.5 to 10. I think at the time, the logic was if we sacrifice some of the front end, we get more back end clarity. So the 10 power is going to be a much clearer and crisper image, getting rid of that 1 to 2.5 range. But now there's technology out there that will allow you to have really clear images from 1 all the way to 10, which you'll probably see in a video coming out pretty soon on the new Nova reticle, so stay tuned for that. But it would be nice to have that full range, because I do find sometime when I'm trying to do like CQB type stuff that 2.5 power is not working too well with that bending aiming concept unless I have the illumination on. Then it works okay, but it is not ideal. So you probably with this setup need a backup red dot either on top or on the sides, but it is hard to put it on top because of the turrets being so big. Otherwise though, pretty solid optic and reticle, and for the price, it's pretty hard to beat. If you like this video, be sure to press the like button somewhere there on your screen. If you could share this with anybody that is thinking about potentially getting this particular optic, I'd really appreciate it. And stay tuned for my review on the Nova reticle, the 1 to 10 SLX that just came out, because that'll be coming shortly after this. And as always, thanks for watching, stay free, and God bless.
Up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah.